candidates have emerged from the two main political parties in Bayelsa for Bayelsa governorship election billed for the 16th of November. Correspondent Ovieteme George gives details of developments trailing the primaries of both the PDP and the All Progressives Congress in the state.
The People's Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress went into their governorship primaries on the strength of two separate court rulings on the 3rd of September. The contention in the PDP was the list of delegates for its governorship primary, which the court declined jurisdiction, describing it as a pre-primary matter. Justice Ebierin Umukoro also vacated an interim order stopping the APC from conducting its governorship primary via the direct mode of exercise, clearing the coast for the party to go ahead with its decision.
It is direct primaries. The process is direct. And when one person emerges, we will look for all the other aspirants to work together for the party.
In a governorship primary which had former President Goodluck Jonathan as one of the super delegates, the senator of Bayelsa Central District, Doye Diri, emerged the flag bearer of the PDP.
Senator Diri Doye, he has the highest vote of 561 votes. I therefore declare him as the winner of this primary gubernatorial election.
It is not a victory for Senator Diri Doye. It's a victory for the party, and the party must be united as one to face the November 16th general elections.
There is no need for any loser to complain. If all stages of internal democracy would be like this, there is no need for any loser to complain.
On the 4th of September, results of the governorship primary of the All Progressives Congress were declared by the coalition officer, Senator Emmanuel Dangana Ocheja.
Mr. Lion David Perewirin Mini, who scored 42,138 votes, has turned out to be the candidate of All Progressive Congress in Bayelsa State. I am the chief coalition officer.
A new, phenomenon where primary elections, will start from an hotel room and end in an hotel room. Ordinarily, all the processes would have been, done at the party secretariat. So it is a mockery, of the electoral process as far as these primaries are concerned. I believe that it's only an appropriate officer who is the chairman of the electoral panel, that's the person of the governor of Yobe State that has the authority to announce anybody as winner of the primary.
Political activities in Bayelsa increases every day, but a counsel against a recurring decimal in Nigerian politics comes from no less a personality than a former #1 citizen of the country.
There is no nation all over the world that developed through violence. We should stand and tell anybody who wants to govern this state that we don't accept this thuggery. And if you use that, we'll stand by the people till the end. And where we'll get you out, we'll get you out.
Bearing any unforeseen developments, the people of Bayelsa will be witnessing a contest between the two Ds, Doye Diri, the senator, and David Leon, the businessman, on the 16th of November.
Well, I still have Alfred Kemepado, political analyst and Secretary General, Ijuo Youth Council. Good to have you still here in the studio. Why the laugh? Well, no problem. Let's go ahead with our discussions. Now, we know that the two major contenders or two major parties have selected their candidates for the governorship election in Bayelsa, the PDP and the APC. Now, what are your thoughts now on the election process that saw the emergence of these candidates?
It's okay. I don't want to dabble into the politics of that. I just want to urge Bayelsans and the candidates to focus on the issues. And like the former president of the country said, shun violence. Because like I keep saying every time, there are no violent youths, they are just violent candidates who take advantage of jobless youths that they are supposed to provide job for, fund them for violence as a trade, to take advantage of the machineries of state, not to serve, but as a business to prosper their selfish aims, advance their frontiers of personal aggrandizement. So I think Bayelsans should look out for these things and ensure that the candidates are assessed based on their understanding of the issues. The issues are abundant. The issues to be attended to in Bayelsa are abundant. We have an economy that needs to be upped. You understand? We have a whole lot of issues. We have the issues of our securities to be advanced. So those are the issues.
Now let's talk about the concern of every Nigerian, and of course the Ijaw Youth Council in Bayelsa, which is free and fair election devoid of violence and of course electoral irregularities. But you know, what's your assessment so far on the level of sensitization against election violence as the state prepares for an election in November?
So let me tell you something. Electoral violence most times starts from the candidate, but it's always amplified by the Independent National Electoral Commission, otherwise known as INEC.
Right.
Because right in Bayelsa, in other places, INEC will address a press conference and state it categorically as it is in their documents, that violence has taken place to the extent that even their card readers are missing, and they will still declare results. So it just tells you that INEC is helping. INEC is also, by activities, funding violence. So in the coming elections, INEC needs to take a stand that if we perceive any form of violence anywhere, elections remain cancelled. That will be a way of discouraging violence, especially in our areas where we have lost many souls because of avoidable circumstances during elections. Right. Then secondly, as Bayelsans and as Ijaw people, they must begin to now interrogate the aspirants with respect. You see, part of the outgoing administration has done a lot, and we need to ask where we need to take it to. Now, for example, if there is anything, Bayelsa, which is like the epicenter of all the happenings in the Niger Delta, if there is anything that state that the Niger Delta needs, if there is anything they need, it's education. Now, with the outgoing administration, we have had the establishment of other universities in addition to. So we need to ask, where is our next agenda with respect to education? We need to begin to ask, our security situation, you know, most times insecurity is directly related to unemployment and like so. In the coming conversations, how well have we been able to interrogate the aspirants to know what measures they have, what plans they have to create more jobs? Are they taking advantage of the gas potentials of the state? You know, Bayelsa is enormous with gas. We can translate the gas to power, power to wealth. Right. How do they understand these issues, and how the electorates are able to interrogate these aspirants?
Right, now that's a fine place to leave it right now. Because of time, we cannot take further from what you've given us so far. Thank you very much, Alfred. Kemepado, Ijaw Youth Council, Bayelsa State. We appreciate your time on the program. And that's all for this episode of Newsweek. You can follow us on our social media platforms for updates on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram using the handle at TVC News NG. You can also get details of all the stories we're reporting on our website, tvcnews.tv. Until the next one, I am Esther Omokwariola. Bye for now.